Welcome back to my channel for another process video. I cannot believe it's been a couple weeks. As you guys know, I had a birthday that came up and I celebrated my birthday with the flu. Let me tell you, good times right there. And even when the flu was gone, it leaves like this aftermath or side effect, I don't know, but it's basically sucks all the energy from you. And I literally have been crashing every night at 8. And I just don't have time for that because I have so much stuff that needs to get done. But yeah, that's what's been happening with me. But this process video that you're seeing today was originally supposed to be for my friend Megan. She's celebrating her 5 years on 5 years on YouTube, and we're supposed to grab one of her, not grab, but use one of her layouts that inspires us and then create with it. So I found one, and then I kind of looked at it and went in this complete different direction. So if you were to see it side by side, it wouldn't even look like it. However, I really wanted to do a different one, and so I finished that up today. And in the meantime, I still wanted to show you this video. Now, I almost didn't because of the fact that we have a couple things are fighting against me. One is part of it was corrupted, so part of that's going to be gone. Two, it has been raining here in San Diego, which we need all the rain we can get because we barely get any rain. It's always, everything is so dead and dry here. And it's really dark and dreary. And then when I go to put my phone to record, you are going to see a shadow on top. So I apologize for all that. But if you're like me, whenever someone crafts and part of it is vile, I still want to see at least something that they created. So I decided to go ahead and give it to you guys anyways. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Now let's get started with the layout. The layout I'm using is, you've probably already seen this picture. This is for my son's album. And I am using some Echo Park collection that I got from Tuesday Morning. I love this collection. I broke it up the design into thirds. And what I'm doing is just matting the picture, and then I cut the paper into strips, and when I got done I felt like it was kind of boring and lacking, so I grabbed a scallop border punch, and it kind of just adds a little bit more visual interest to it. You can't really tell here on the camera, but you can see it a lot better in person. Now next, I noticed that I don't have a whole lot of ephemera. I bought an ephemera pack that goes with this, but I noticed that Echo Park is creating 2 different ephemera packs, 2 different ephemera chipboards, and I don't know why because it's actually driving me nuts. But the ephemera pack that I found that goes with this is more of the phrase and tags and frames, not the icons. And I prefer more of the icons. In fact, I just want it all together. That's what I want. But I didn't have a whole lot that were usable for this layout. So when I was looking through it, I thought, what am I going to use? Because nothing kind of really goes with it. But I looked on the 4x6 cut apart sheet, and there's one with the houses, and that's what you're seeing me right now. I'm fussy cutting the houses, and I actually took a lot of that out because it took me a while. And then as you can see on the right hand side, there is 2 scrap papers. And I'm going to use one of those, or not 2, you only see the one right now, but there's going to be 2, and I'm going to save that because there's little snowflakes in there that I wanted to save and wanted to use at another time, and I will use that later on in the video. So after I get that cut up, I am just kind of adhering them to the bottom, and that's what my first thought was, is placing them on the bottom. I know you can't see it right now, but you will see it later when I go to actually adhere everything down. Now, I feel like I have more of like a header and a footer, and so that's where I feel content with how it looks so far. Then I can move on to another 4x6 cut apart card, and I'm cutting out the snowman. Now I'm using my crafty knife, or craft knife, and if you notice I'm doing that because I want to save, I don't want to use my scissors and cut like off the edge into the paper, but actually do it in the center, so that way when I go to use that 4x6 card again, I can use it to map my photo and it will look like it's one whole piece of paper. But in the process of that, unfortunately the snowman did lose his arm, and I realized it, and so I'm going to tuck him in on the left hand side versus the right, and that's okay though, easy fix. Now I'm measuring everything, and I'm realizing that border sticker that I used, almost 6 inches of it is going to be covered up. And to me that is such a waste, especially because I love the border sticker that I can always use it somewhere else on a layout. So I'm ever so carefully trying to lift it up without destroying my paper, because if you guys have been watching me, you know I'm notorious for doing this, and most of the time I damage something on my layout. And I have learned to just let it go because most of the time I don't have another paper. I can't, recreate it using a fresh piece of paper. So in this case I could have, but I didn't want to because it's such a waste. So I'm just gonna, everything worked out good though, and I'm just going to go ahead and rehear that down and then save that piece and put it on the sticker sheet. So as I'm sticking everything down, I think I've already told you I'm added the photo, which I really wanted to start incorporating a lot more, and that is just kind of matting my photos with cardstock again, because I love the clean look of that. So as I'm putting everything down, I am going to, what am I doing here? I think I'm trying to find more ephemera. So I'm looking at like a layered sticker sheet. I'm looking through the ephemera pack going, is there anything that I can use? And that is when I find this like wood frame that I love. But if you're like me when you're scrapbooking, I can tell my kids, Mom is going to scrapbook. I haven't done it in a while. I just want some little time to myself. And this is what I hear. Mom, I need you, Mom. And then I forget what I was actually doing. And in this case, it was that wood frame because it's all back on the pile, which is what I always do. And so it doesn't matter because in the end I find something else that will work. So now I'm going back to the village, and I noticed that with the village, I just don't want them to be completely flat. So I'm going to adhere some of them with some foam adhesive, and I really like the look of it. It just kind of gives it like a more realistic, I guess you could say, because not all houses are lined perfectly. I mean, there's always like a staggered. So I just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere all that down. And then I'm going to, like I said, you see that on the right hand side, that strip of paper, that is just scraps. And I literally am going to take that one that you see, the top one, cut it in a straight line, and then I'm going to take my scallop border punch and save that because it has those cute little snowflakes, and add just another layer underneath my photo. Now when I go back to the sticker sheet, I did keep grabbing this one that says Flurries of Fun, and I like that, and I love when I can find a sticker that ends up working perfectly for the title. I am going to add also some foam adhesive to that as well, because again, I just didn't want everything to be so flat looking. So you're going to see me do that. Now unfortunately this is coming to an end, so you won't see where I add the labels and enamel dots until the end of this close-up. But just want to say thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I apologize for some of it being corrupted, and I apologize for being gone so long, but definitely stay tuned to my channel because you are going to see that layout that did inspire me here shortly. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye.